What's going on, y'all? First, I want to say peace and blessings to all that may have lost their life and that were injured during that Trump rally this past weekend in Pennsylvania. Secondly, I want to go in and say it looked staged. The way it was carried out didn't look the way that the security carried it out. They didn't seem professional. After he got grazed in the ear, I heard the mics were still hot on the podium, so you heard them when they said 3 times. And this is not no conspiracy theory. I don't deal with conspiracy theories. So it was said like 3 times, let's move. Let's move. Let's move. Nobody moved until like seconds after the 3rd time that one of the agents yelled, let's move. That meaning picking him up and getting him to the car. Now, and then after that, the way it was handled with allowing him to stand there, and I'm like, you don't know if it's multiple shooters or not, right? So why are you standing there for so long? If his shoe got knocked off, fuck that, we gotta go. Why you allow him to stand there and keep like trying to egg the crowd on? This is the life and death situation here. We don't have time, and if he had the proper training, he should have known better, right? But then if you look behind him, there were like 4 people, the only 4 people in a corner at the top of those bleachers that seemed like they were the only one alert. They were looking out into the field where the supposedly shots might have come from. Everyone else was just looking down at Trump. I don't think nobody thought that those were gunshots. It sounded like firecrackers when you heard them. I didn't see video after. I actually seen it when it took place. Like, I was watching television and it came through like breaking news. So it came right on. Like, I was watching the show and then that came right on. So I'm looking like, what the hell? Just like everybody else was. So my next thing is, so security never combed the area, never combed before Trump got to the location. They never combed the area. Why wasn't no one on the roof? If Secret Service wasn't on the roof, why wasn't local police on the roof? It's just so many questions like why and how. And what's interesting to me is when you heard those shots, I never heard no other like return fire, but they said the young man is dead. So it just seems like it's so many things, and on the other side, it just seems like a staged situation gone bad. You know what I mean? It feels like that. You know, I'm not, like I said, once again, I'm not with the conspiracy theories. I'm just going off of what I've seen and common sense. Like, once again, in closing, I don't know if the president, if a former president gets the same treatment as a sitting president, where you get the snipers, you get them on the roofs. I don't know if you get the full security treatment as a sitting president after, you know, I don't know if a former president gets that treatment. Maybe he don't get that treatment. Maybe that's something he has to pay for additionally out of his pocket. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody know. Tap in. I don't know. And even if he didn't, even if he had to pay out his pocket for that additional, maybe he needed guys on the roof and stuff, then that should have been dealt with. That should have been handled. Or the local police department of that town or whatever, they should have had their people on the roof. And once again, in closing, before I close, you heard folks say they seen the kid on the roof, and they informed the police. They were telling them, hey. Nobody was listening. This morning I hear that somebody said, now all of a sudden I'm hearing they seen them climbing up the side of the building, and they told someone. So it's like, okay, was that a setup then? Did they just want that to happen? Is that what this is? So it's just so many things to look at. You know what I mean? But as this week go on, you're gonna get more intel. We're gonna hear more. But yeah, it's an unfortunate thing, and moving forward, you just want to see how Trump is going to handle this moving forward. Is he going to watch how he addresses the crowd? Is he going to have sympathy for what happened? You know what I mean? Because, see, now it's time to, all of that slick talk and all of that he was doing, you got to have some compassion and consideration, man. And you got to be aware now. If you wasn't aware before, and you thought it was cool to do and say all this little stuff before, now it's time to pivot if you're smart. Which I don't think he's that smart. So, yeah.